So pan-Indian films are huge right now, and they are what's working for the market. And of course, I can't have fun in life. So here are things that I think pan-Indian films get wrong, or reasons why I don't like pan-Indian films. Number one, predictable plot. First of all, Bahubali did, like after Bahubali, every year a pan-Indian film has been released, and it has been a huge hit, if not the biggest hit for that year. And Bahubali was based on Shakespeare's Hamlet, I think. So The Lion King, it's similar to those two movies, and it's not the exact same, but you pretty much know from the first frame who's going to win, what's going to happen, and how it's going to happen. You know all the story beats and the plot beats. So that's why I do not like these films. They are very predictable. There's no sense of surprise or any kind of questioning where the plot will go. All of these films are pretty straightforward. Even when there's a plot twist, they are super mediocre and make no sense, like the movie Saho, which made no fucking sense, and in the end the plot twist was so predictable. Like, obviously Prabhas is the main character, we get it, he's like a bad guy. Second, black and white characters. This is something also pan-Indian films inherently will always have, I think, at least for the foreseeable future. That is, they will have very black and white characters. There will be no grey characters. Now, I'm not saying everybody needs to be morally grey, but it is nice to see a three-dimensional characters who does other things, and there's some world building. First of all these pan-Indian films, yeah, the world building sucks, but I think that's for the next video. Bahubali, RR, all of these films, KGF especially, but that's so bad, like who the fuck even likes that film for the characters. Pushpa, again, another really shitty one. All of these characters are super black and white. They're not really grey, or they don't really have, unless you call like a good guy who harasses women as morally grey, because it's not. The movie does not treat that as a bad thing in the film, so it is not a morally grey character. We, or the viewer, can project their morals onto the character and judge them, but according to the movie, that's not being morally grey. So again, that is the reason why they are black and white, is because they need to be pan-India films. That is, everybody needs to fucking understand and be able to relate to the character. Third, bad acting. Most of these movies are just run by stars and directors, big directors and big stars, and generally these big stars are just commercial heroes who don't really care about acting, or at least have not really even about their past work. It's more about the film and its story, like I said, and characterization. Like, it just does not allow them to show a full range of their acting abilities. It's a looking handsome. Is that acting? I don't know. Fourth reason has to be misogyny. None of these movies have any female leads or any role for the female character. The female characters are always subservient and just pushed to the side whenever, and just brought to the screen whenever they are needed, for a song, for an item song that's going to happen, or to give the movie some stakes, or make the character even more relatable by having a girlfriend or a wife, which some men can relate to, of course. And forgettable story. The thing is that story is the main part of film. So if your story just is bad in every sense, like, of course I'm going to attack the story, because there are some things that pan-Indian films do get right and that are good about pan-Indian films. But that's a video topic for the next video. That's a topic for the next video. If you want that, comment down below. But first, let's get into forgettable stories. Do you have to remember or have to forget it? But it just doesn't matter. It doesn't really change your life in any way. When you walk out of the theater, it doesn't really add to the experience.